The main problem with the market right now is that we are in an unstable environment, full of traps and conflicting signals. Look at the SPY today, for instance. Yes, we see a new all-time high, but SPY lost momentum and right now it is trying to make another top signal. So in today's video, we are going to analyze what the main pitfalls are right now and how to avoid them. And of course, what to do from now on. My name is Nathan. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. Here, our content is free of guesswork and assumptions. Every single thing described here is based on technical evidence so that we can work with smart strategies, controlling risk, and working without emotions. So the SPY ETF is making a possible top signal. I know, we saw a new record high today. Amazing, fantastic. However, we are closing below the previous resistance level, 649. We have been talking about this resistance level here in this channel over the past few days, right? This key point is SPY's nemesis. Only by breaking and closing above it, we may see a true bullish pivot point on the daily chart, confirming a better bullish reversal chart pattern, giving continuation to this ascending channels pattern over here. Because yes, SPY is still ascending. We saw the SPY losing briefly the support level downwards over here, right? The support level of this ascending channel, but we are quickly recovering. Now we are still inside this ascending channel, okay? We are above the 21-day EMA, the exponential moving average on the daily chart. So yes, we are trying very hard to maintain the bullish bias. But today's reaction is failing to break and close above the 649. What's more, today's reaction is quite bearish, okay? So this could be a top signal. Could be a top signal. Now, what's the trigger point for the actual materialization of this top signal? The loss of today's low. If the SPY loses today's low, then possibly we're gonna see a very ugly movement ahead, maybe retesting the 632 again, this support line down here. And why today's low is so important? Well, not only because it is the possible trigger point of a top signal on the daily chart, but because on the 1-hour chart, we could see a lower high, lower low. Okay, SPY is doing right now higher highs, higher lows, all right? So in theory, we are maintaining the bullish bias. We are above the 21-hour EMA. So yes, we are technically bullish over here. But if we see a lower high, lower low on the 1-hour chart, losing the 21-hour EMA, materializing a top signal on the daily chart, losing again the support line of this ascending channel, along with, and my smartphone is talking to me. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna start this video over again. So by losing these support levels, by losing the 21-day EMA, the next technical target will be the 632. Okay, don't you agree that that's gonna be a horrible signal? Therefore, today's low, all right? Today's low, 643.33. That's the key point for you. If SPY loses it, if SPY misses this support level, it's over. We're gonna materialize a reversal on the 1-hour chart, a top signal on the daily chart, the loss of many support levels on the daily chart, and possibly even we're gonna make a top signal on the weekly chart as well, okay? But for now, guys, let's work with the 632. That's the most important support level on the SPY ETF. If next week we lose it, okay, now you know. But Nathan, what if we maintain the price above the support level? Oh, all right. We are gonna maintain the upwards momentum. No reason to worry, no reason to panic, all right? We are gonna maintain the bullish bias on the daily chart, on the 1 hour chart, making higher highs, higher lows, okay? We are gonna reject the possibility of a top signal down here, so okay, I'm so sorry, up here, so okay. So far, so good, all right? We are still above this key point. And I do like, honestly, speaking by myself, I do like the fact we are leaving a huge shadow below today's candle over here, below the body of today's candle over here, okay? That's very good, all right? It is a good signal. We are still maintaining the bullish bias, but if we see technical evidence proving the contrary, proving us that we are gonna reverse, okay, 643, that's the key inflection point for you. And of course, if you want to see SPY maintaining the bullish bias, we gotta close above the 649 as soon as possible. Okay, now QQQ, we also saw a false breakout of this resistance level 578. We saw a false breakout, we lost momentum, and we are closing below this resistance level. On the bright side, we are also above the 21-day EMA, okay? We are still above a few support levels. On the 1 hour chart, we are also making higher highs, higher lows, so the idea here is the same, okay? By losing today's low, which is very close to the 21-day EMA as well, we are going to also materialize a bearish pivot point on the 1 hour chart, suggesting a reversal on the 1 hour chart and a sharper pullback on the daily chart, possibly to the 558 again, which is our next technical support level. SPY is not bullish, QQQ is not bullish unlike SPY. SPY is still making higher highs, higher lows, okay? We are still maintaining this pattern. QQQ is not, okay? QQQ is moving sideways over here. There was the idea of a head and shoulders chart pattern, but today's reaction is rejecting this idea for now, okay? For now, all right? But if we lose 571, okay, 571, that's the key point for you. That could bring a sharper correction on the daily chart back to the 558, representing a, let me see, 2.28% drop from this support level. So considering that we are talking about the QQQ, that's a lot. Okay, that is a lot. Maybe 2% is not too much for stocks like Tesla, like Palantir, etc., but it is a lot for QQQ. Okay, so we gotta pay attention to this, all right? Observe this support level very closely next week. The loss of it could bring a sharper reversal. Nathan, what if we stay above this key point? All right, we are not gonna reverse. Nathan, what if we close above the 578? Amazing. Possibly we're gonna see another bullish rally ahead, breaking the all-time high. Okay, so this is the protocol for you. Okay, these are the main inflection points to observe on the SPY and QQQ. Now, how all of this is going to affect our stocks? Because we see Nvidia going down, and here the mess starts. Okay, now our video is going to become a little bit more interesting, because we see Nvidia down 2.70%, Tesla up 3.64%, Advanced Micro Devices down 6.5%, Palantir down roughly 2%, Bitcoin is up 0.72%, Broadcom up 9.41%. So do you see? Do you understand how messy this situation really is? We see some stocks flying, exploding, and others are melting, crashing, and we are talking about big ones, okay, big companies, and they do represent a lot on the indices. And maybe that's why we see SPY down 0.29%, while the QQQ is up 0.14%, okay? So the indices are not on the same page over here, okay? They are giving us conflicting signals, okay? So now is one of these moments that are quite challenging for us, okay? Because we gotta learn how to identify the best opportunities in individual stocks. All right, this is the main secret for a situation like this, okay? If you know which stocks to trade, then you will be just fine, okay? But for now, if you ask me, the big ones, Nvidia, Tesla, etc., they are very weird. For instance, Nvidia, okay? Nvidia, we were trying to make a bottom signal over here. We failed miserably. I told you guys yesterday, guys, the main resistance level for Nvidia is 172, okay? Only by breaking this key point, we could trigger a technical reversal. Until then, we are bearish. And yes, now we are resuming the bearish momentum. However, we just retested the 165, the main support level we have been talking about in this channel so insistently. And right now, we are trying to react above this support level. What a coincidence, right? This support level at 165 is this gap support level. Okay, it was a support level here, now support level here again today, apparently. So it is working, okay? 165 is our main support level right now. And if you ask me, in my humble opinion, Nvidia is trying to make a hammer candle pattern, all right? Which is a bullish reversal candle pattern roughly 60% of the time, according to Thomas Bukowski's studies, okay? So more often than not, it is a bullish reversal. What's the catch? Any reversal on Nvidia will face a few challenging resistance levels, like again, 172, 174, this purple line over here, resistance here, here, support here, support here, here, support here, possible resistance level again in the future. And we also see the 21-day EMA. So right here, the area around 174 is a major resistance level for Nvidia. Any bounce to this level could be another dead cat bounce, okay? So right now, I'm still a little bit skeptical regarding Nvidia, okay? However, I do understand that if some people not on a device, okay, please, I'm not recommending anything in this channel, in this video, but I do understand that to some people, Nvidia could be interesting because if you want to buy it, okay, buying near a support level is the ideal because your stop loss is going to be very cheap, okay, while your target is up here. So if the risk-reward ratio makes sense, okay, that's totally valid. There is no right and there is no wrong in this market, okay? If you say to me, I'm bullish or I'm bearish, okay, it doesn't matter. As long as you have a strategy, everything will be fine, okay? So right now, that's how I see Nvidia. A possible bounce with a cheap stop loss, okay? Now we see Tesla. What's the main resistance level in Tesla? $355 up here, okay? Near the 357 as well. I told you guys yesterday, guys, Tesla is making a very nice bullish reaction, okay? If you want to buy, you can buy. However, the main turning point is $331 down here, okay? Because by losing this hammer's low, like Nvidia is doing, the logic is the very same, okay? We see a hammer on Nvidia. If you want to buy, you can buy. Our next resistance level is 174. Remember, set a stop loss below today's low, okay? That's precisely what I told you guys yesterday in Tesla. If you want to buy, okay. But remember, the main support level is today's low, which is $331. Our target is this green line over here, 355. That's how we do in this channel every single day, okay? We identify the best, the most interesting signals, regardless if they are bullish reversal or bearish reversal. We just identify the best patterns using technical analysis, and then we use risk management in conjunction with our analysis. All right, so that's how professional traders do. That's how we identify the most interesting stocks and the most interesting patterns to trade, okay? That's how That's the secret, okay? Which is not a secret, but I do understand that to some people that's very hard to understand, okay? Because we gotta be patient, all right? Trading is actually quite boring, okay? So it is not, we do not have any adrenaline over here, okay? Totally that's totally unreal. That's not how we do, all right? So right now, guys, we just hit our target over here and we are losing momentum. Today's candle is still bullish, all right? So, okay, we are maintaining the bullish bias, but by reaching our technical target, which is a crystal clear resistance level, anyone who bought down here should have sold up here. Okay, take our profits, all right? That's absolutely normal. No one is gonna judge you. It is not like I do see Tesla collapsing from here, but I just think it is wise to take profits when we hit our target. Okay, that's my humble opinion. What's more, on the 1 hour chart, we see higher highs, higher lows. Okay, as far as I know, since we just hit our target with an impressive precision, by the way, right now it is easy to see Tesla correcting. Could be a sideways correction or an actual correction to this support level, which is the 21-hour EMA. Okay, we don't know. All that I know is that Tesla right now, it is not a buy. Okay, it is a buy near support levels, but right now near resistance levels, it is more like a sell. Okay, that's how I see Tesla right now. And remember, guys, always buy near support levels. That's why I see Nvidia as a good one right now. If you ask me between Tesla and Nvidia, Nvidia looks better. Okay, looks slightly better. It is like our dear AMD, right? Not AMD, it's AMD, okay? That's the right pronunciation of this stock. Right now, we see our dear AMD dropping over here, okay? It is below the 21-day EMA, lower highs, lower lows. We triggered today. We officially triggered this double top chart pattern. All right, so right now, if you ask me, we are supposed to close this gap down here, 147. That's our next support level. That's where I see our dear AMD right now. There is not a single bottom signal. There is not a single bullish reversal chart pattern suggesting a possible recovery or a possible frustration of this bearish sentiment. Okay, even if we see a bounce, remember, we have a few resistance levels right now, like the 157 and the 21-day EMA on the daily chart. Obviously, right? The 21-day EMA on the daily chart, okay? So these two key points are now our next resistance levels if we see AMD recovering from here. However, guys, we see a gap over here, okay? This gap, which was a resistance level here, here, almost support level here, could be our next support level. If you ask me now, in my humble opinion, this is my opinion, all right? If we see any bottom signal over here, above the 147, yes, AMD could be a buy again, okay? Could be a buy again. We saw patterns like this in the past, okay? We are approaching our 21 weekly moving average, okay, which is another major support level. So long-term wise, this pullback is totally normal. It is a healthy correction, no reason to panic. So if we see any bottom signal near this 21 weekly moving average, near this gap support level, I would see as another possible buying opportunity. Okay, I would. Honestly, I would. Okay, speaking by myself, I don't know you, but that's how I see AMD. And of course, this kind of reminds me of other stocks we traded in the past, like this one, XP, for instance. We saw this annoying correction below the 21-day EMA. We closed this gap over here, right? And then I gave you guys the buy signal right here, okay, on our Telegram channel. Guys, XP is a clear buy. Now it is flying, it is exploding. Know the stocks to trade. Okay, know the stocks you are going to trade. If you pick the right ones, if you know why you are buying, why you are selling, what's the stop loss, what's the target, then you will be fine. Okay, in this specific case, our stop loss was very cheap, okay, below this gap support level, and our target, our first target was up here. Now we are breaking our target. We are flying a lot, 5% today, okay? So if you know how to trade, you can perform very well, okay? And this is how I see for our dear Amy this is I actually typed AMD, okay? This is how I see this is how I see our dear AMD over here, okay? Correcting below the 21-day MA, closing, filling this gap over here, okay? It is the very same pattern, okay, that I see on our dear AMD, the same one which we saw on XP, okay? So that's why I am still quite optimistic regarding our beautiful AMD. And guys, do you want to trade with us, with me? We can help you to take advantage of the best opportunities of the moment and trade using smart strategies that actually work and work very well. Just become a member of the 5% project and join my Telegram channel. Only there you will receive signals and advanced trading strategies for the stocks we are actually trading. We do live streams every single week with our members and have a welcoming environment and a very nice and healthy community of traders who have learned how to make money consistently in the market. If you have any questions, know that it is totally free to try. You don't pay anything to get to know us, so just give it a try, okay? And see for yourself. It's no wonder we have hundreds of traders with us. So I invite you to join our group. The link to my website is in this video's description. It's right here below, so you are more than welcome to join us over there, okay? So hopefully our dear AMD is going to repeat what XP did in the past, okay? I see a very similar situation. Of course, different stocks, different companies, different sectors, but the price action is quite similar, okay? I saw that in the past, and I do believe that AMD could be a promising stock, okay? Although there is no technical evidence yet, all right? Now, Palantir, this one is also below the 21-day MA. We are moving sideways, okay? If you ask me, that's just another congestion on the 1-hour chart, okay? We are between this 163 resistance level and above this 142 support level, okay? Maybe we can set another stop loss over here. I'm so sorry, another support level over here at 149, okay? So yes, we are just sideways. All right, there is no clear breakout yet, so Palantir is still not interesting. Only a clear breakout of this 163 resistance level, which is above the 21-day MA, could bring another rally. If we do, guys, we could easily retest the all-time high near the 188. Okay, that's how I see Palantir right now. A clear breakout could take us back to this key resistance level. The idea over here is very similar to Tesla, right? We saw Tesla making a bottom signal. Next resistance level was this key point over here. We did hit this key point. Now we are stabilizing. So Palantir, by breaking this key point, our next target will be 188. Ah, Nathan, what if Palantir loses our support level near the 149? Then okay, bearish continuation. We have the 142 very close to the price right now, but below this key point we have the 128. Okay, so that could be a very sharp correction, and if you ask me, 128 is the actual optimal target for a downwards breakout of this support level. Why? Because we see the idea of a possible head and shoulders chart pattern right now. So yes, the technical target is this support level over here. Okay, so guys, be aware of this support level and of this resistance level. Although Palantir is not looking good right now, it could be interesting depending on the direction of the next breakout. Now, Bitcoin and or Bitcoin related stocks are performing a little bit, they are a little bit crazy over here. We see Bitcoin going up, all right. However, what's the problem? It is still below this double resistance level made by our 21-day EMA and the 112 over here. The previous top level here, support level here, now top level here, and possibly top level here again today. So that's a very annoying resistance level. If we see Bitcoin breaking this key point, fantastic. 118 is going to be our next resistance level. Now, if Bitcoin loses today's low, in the next few days, we could see the very same idea I described on the SPY and QQQ. We may see a bearish pivot point, in this case below the 21-hour EMA. So we're gonna see a bearish reversal on the 1-hour chart, suggesting a top signal on the daily chart. In this case, 105 is going to be our next technical target. So if you ask me, Nathan, I want to short Bitcoin. Well, 110,000 $110,000. That's the key support level for you. If we see Bitcoin losing it, amazing. 105 is going to be our next technical target. Just remember to set a tight stop loss above today's high, near the 113. Okay, so yes, the risk-reward ratio is making sense right now, so you just want to see more confirmation, the loss of the 110. Conversely, if we see a breakout of the 112, amazing, bullish, okay, insanely bullish. We are going to reverse this bearish bias and we're going to resume the bullish bias. And in this case, other stocks like, for instance, MicroStrategy, this one could perform very well. Or Strategy, right? Where's the micro over here? Well, Strategy is making a bottom signal above a clear support level. If we see Bitcoin breaking its main resistance level, this one could fly and we see a hammer above a support level. Yes, we are below this double resistance level like Bitcoin is, okay? Below the 358, below the 21-day EMA. This is a double resistance level for Strategy. If we see a clear breakout over here, we may see a trigger. We may see a double bottom chart pattern getting triggered. In this case, we can fly past the 400s. Okay, so it is looking promising. Okay, but first, we gotta actually trigger a bottom signal over here. And secondly, we gotta break this double resistance level. By doing so, yes, I see MicroStrategy flying to higher levels, maybe the 400s. All right, so of course, not an advice. Okay, please, I'm not saying anything, all right? It is just an idea, okay? Just a harmless idea, right? Which I share with you guys in this channel as a retail trader like you, all right? I'm just a guy, okay? Practicing my English while sharing my thoughts in this channel. So if you want to keep in touch with my ideas, remember, subscribe, all right? And click the like button to support me as well. We are here every day. Okay, every single day. We are skin in the game. We are not gonna leave you without the best information of the most important inflection points on our stocks. All right, so subscribe and click the like button. It is very important. Now, MicroStrategy performing very well. We see Coinbase also trying to make something interesting. This one is inside a congestion, all right? We see a very similar situation. Resistance level over here, 334, previous bottom level over here, top level here, top level here, top level here, possible main resistance level in the future. This 21-day EMA is our major resistance level right now, so yes, we gotta see a breakout of this area over here so Coinbase can fly again and seek higher levels. This one is on my radar, okay? I'm not gonna lie, it is on my radar, so I'm just waiting for a clear bottom signal, okay? Because any bottom signal in this context could give us a very nice trading strategy, okay? So Bitcoin and Bitcoin related stocks look promising. However, we gotta wait for more confirmation, okay? So guys, again, I'm gonna keep you updated every single day on this channel, so remember, subscribe and join the 5% project. Join our Telegram channel, link is in this video description. Trade with us, capture the best opportunities with us, okay? Next live stream will be this Wednesday for our members, so you are more than welcome to join us over there. Thank you so much for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow. But tomorrow, no. See you guys Monday. Bye-bye.